Good morning, students. And today we'll be discussing the next part of projectile motion. In previous part, we discussed that projectile will be divided into two perpendicular independent directions in x direction and y direction. X direction में the motion is uniform motion, while in y direction the motion is uniformly accelerated motion. And कौन सी equations किस direction में लगेगी? This we have already discussed. Now the three important parameters. The three important parameters are time of flight, maximum height and horizontal range. So एक important बात मैं आपको यहाँ पर बता देता हूँ. To calculate time of flight and maximum height, we will apply equation in y direction. Not in x direction, we will apply the equation in y direction. Reason S, T and H depend only on y component of motion. Only on y component of motion. Time of flight and maximum height, they depend only on y component of motion. Is it clear to all? Next. Sir, but how to calculate? Yes, उस पर आ रहे हैं हम. Let the particle is thrown with some speed u at some angle theta. ध्यान रखिएगा, theta is angle of projection from horizontal. So the path will be something like this. This is known as horizontal range, the distance between point of projection point of projection and point where the particle hits the ground. Let's say if this is t equal to 0, that means initial instant. Let's say this is t equal to capital T, then the time taken by the particle to hit the ground, that means time it has covered in air, t equal to time of flight and the maximum height attained is capital H. Is capital H. क्योंकि हम बार बार यही बात कर रहे हैं कि we'll have to apply the equations independently in x direction and y direction. तो accelerations, so we already know that x direction में it is 0, y direction में it is g downwards. Velocity के लिए भी we have already discussed ux equal to u cos theta, ui equal to u sin theta. Now पहले ही बात हो चुकी है कि आपको टाइम ऑफ फ्लाइट और मैक्सिमम हाइट निकालने के लिए y डायरेक्शन में इक्वेशन लगानी पड़ेगी. सो फर्स्ट टू फाइंड टाइम ऑफ फ्लाइट in y direction we are applying the equation, but duration कौन सा लगाना है सर? कितने ड्यूरेशन के लिए आप इक्वेशन लगा रहे हो? मैं इक्वेशन लगा रहा हूँ यहाँ से पूरे यहाँ तक के लिए, फॉर complete motion. S equal to ut प्लस हाफ ई टी स्क्वायर बिकॉज वाई डायरेक्शन में यूनिफॉर्मली एक्सेलरेटेड मोशन है. नाउ एस इक्वल टू यू टी प्लस हाफ ई टी स्क्वायर में डिस्प्लेसमेंट बताइए. यहाँ डिस्प्लेसमेंट वाई डायरेक्शन का डिस्प्लेसमेंट इज चेंज इन वाई कोऑर्डिनेट. एक्स डायरेक्शन में अगर आपको डिस्प्लेसमेंट चाहिए दैट विल बी इक्वल टू चेंज इन एक्स कोऑर्डिनेट. The coordinates of this point is 0, 0, so the coordinate of this point is r, 0. Initial से final तक during the entire journey the y displacement is 0 because in y axis particle शुरुआत में भी ground पे था, अभी भी particle ground पे. However, there is a displacement in x axis, but in y axis there is no displacement. So displacement in y axis is 0. U की जगह we will take uy capital T plus half minus g into t square. Sir, why minus c? Because in motion under gravity it is advised कि आप किसी एक डायरेक्शन को पॉजिटिव लें, अपवर्ड या डाउनवर्ड को, and the opposite direction will already will be negative. So that means now while solving you will get half gt square equal to uy into t. That means t is equal to 2uy by g. T is equal to 2uy by g. Now can we put uy equal to u sine theta? Of course we can put uy equal to u sine theta. That means we will get t equal to 2 into u sine theta by g. These two are same formulas. These two are same formulas. Okay, is it clear? Now moving on to the next one. इससे पहले आगे बढ़ने से पहले a question. If a particle is thrown up with some speed u, मोशन इन 1D मोशन अंडर ग्रेविटी की बात मैं कर रहा हूं. अगर एक पार्टिकल को आपने ऊपर फेंका स्पीड u से और वो नीचे आ गया, व्हाट इज द टोटल टाइम? कैन एनीवन टेल मी व्हाट इज द टोटल टाइम? द टोटल टाइम इज 2u by g. And what is the maximum height attained? Maximum height attained is u square by 2g. Now we can use this analogy to remember the formulas. We can use this analogy to remember the formula. अगर आप किसी पार्टिकल को ऊपर फेंकते हैं u स्पीड से तो टोटल टाइम लगता है 2u by g. सिमिलरली अगर एक प्रोजेक्टाइल आप फेंकते हैं बट उसकी वर्टिकल डायरेक्शन की स्पीड u y है तो the formula 2u by g will change into 2uy by g. Similarly, as the height is u square by 2g in this case, so in this case, in projectile motion, what is the maximum height attained? In projectile motion, maximum height attained is, sir, it must be u square by 2g. बिल्कुल ठीक है, it is u y square by 2g. जैसे हमने अभी u square by 2g की बात की थी, बस u will be replaced by uy and put uy equal to u sine theta. So we will get maximum height equal to u sine theta square by 2g. Hence maximum height is u square sine square theta by 2g. However, both these formulas are same. आप कोई सा भी एक याद रखिए या फिर दोनों याद रख लीजिए, आंसर आपका सेम ही आएगा. ये दोनों सेम फॉर्मूला है. बट सर ये तो एनालॉजी से आया, आपने यू स्क्वायर बाय 2g जो हमने पिछले चैप्टर में पढ़ा था उसके अकॉर्डिंगली आपने यू वाई स्क्वायर बाय 2g बोल दिया. बट हाउ टू कैलकुलेट इट? सो एक काम कीजिए आप, फॉर द हाफ जर्नी मीन्स फ्रॉम दिस पॉइंट to this point, from point of projection to maximum height, from point of projection to maximum height, let's apply some equation. लेकिन एक बात और ध्यान रखिए, highest point पे net velocity is not zero. At highest point, velocity is not zero, but y component of velocity is zero. At highest point, velocity is not zero, but y component is zero because entire velocity is in x direction. Entire velocity is in x direction. There is no component of velocity in y direction. So, alternate method. Alternate method में we will write that v square equal to u square plus 2as for half motion in y direction, final velocity is 0, initial velocity is uy plus 2, acceleration is minus z as upward direction is taken as positive into displacement is h. So h equal to us square by dy square by 2g. And last is, third is range. The third one is range. For this, we will apply equation in x direction, and in x direction we know that velocity remain constant. In x direction, आप बताइए what is the displacement? Particle start from this point and particle falls in at this point. The displacement in x direction, that is equal to r. The velocity in x direction, that is equal to ux. And time taken is t. In place of t we can write 2uy by g. हम value put कर देंगे अभी इसके. But for now we can say that r equal to 2ux uy by g. R equal to 2ux uy by g. Now put ux equal to u cos theta and uy equal to u sin theta. So we'll get r equal to 2u cos theta into u sin theta upon g, and we know that 2 sin theta cos theta is equal to sin 2 theta. That means r equal to u square sin 2 theta by g. u square sin 2 theta by g. तो ये बात भी ध्यान रखिएगा. These two formula are same. So today we have discussed about formula for time of flight, maximum height and horizontal range for a ground to ground projectile. Take care. All the best. Do like, share and comment. And if you need help in any of the topics of class 11th and 12th for NEET or JEE, please do let me know. Have a good day.